All right, 15.1, work together. The directions for this are on page 445 in your textbook, and I'm on page 425 in your workbook. So the first thing we need is our who, what, and when for the trial balance. So the company's name is Southside Electric. And this is our unadjusted trial balance. And the date is December 31st, and we'll just use 2020. Now, the directions in the book tell us that we need to get the balances for allowance for uncollectible accounts, supplies store, accumulated depreciation, office equipment, and insurance expense from the ledger accounts. So the first one is allowance for uncollectible accounts. So we have to scroll all the way or you have to turn to page 429. I have to scroll. And here is our allowance for uncollectible accounts. And it has a balance of $48.67. So go back to our unadjusted trial balance. And we got to write in the account name. So allowance for uncollectible accounts. And it had a credit balance of $48.67. So $48.67 is our account balance for allowance for uncollectible accounts. And then it wants us to go to supplies store. So again, you have to turn to the general ledger accounts. And here is supplies store, and it has a balance of $4,483.62. So we go back to our unadjusted trial balance. They already wrote in supplies store for us. We just need the balance. And that balance was $483.62. That was our balance for supplies store. Then we need accumulated depreciation office equipment. So I'll scroll back and find that account. And here is accumulated depreciation office equipment, and it has a balance of $2,395. So we're going to go back to our unadjusted trial balance. And we have to put in the account title. So accumulated depreciation office equipment. And the balance was $2,395. So we have $2,395. And then the last one we needed was insurance expense. So now we have to go back to our ledger and find insurance expense. And here is our insurance expense. And it has a 0 balance. So now we go back, and I'm actually on page 426 now. And my page is a little crooked, sorry about that. So I write in insurance expense, and I don't have a balance at all, so I can leave that blank. The other thing I need is I need a heading on this page, just like on the other page. So we have Southside Electronics. Sorry about the crookedness of my page, guys. I couldn't fix that. And it is an unadjusted trial balance. And the date is still December 31st, 2020. And then the last thing we need to do is total and prove and rule the trial balance. So down here, I'm going to write in totals. And then I'm going to draw a line. As best as I can with this. So there's my first line. And then I have to add up all of the debits. And when I add those up, I am going to get 624,000. $362 and 52 cents. And fortunately, when I add up the credit side, I got the exact same thing. So 624, 362, 52. So now we have proved, ruled, and totaled. And then I need a double rule underneath those totals. So there's my double rule. Whoops, got an extra one in there. So there's my double rule. And then the last thing we need for our 15-1 is we need to journalize our adjusting entries. So they've done the first one for us, the uncollectible accounts expense. So the next one we need to do is supplies expense office. So the date is the 31st. And we are going to debit supplies expense office. And we are going to credit supplies office. Now, to figure out how much, we have to look back to our unadjusted trial balance, or you could look at your general ledger and you see that the balance is $3,108.08. So I'm going to type that into my calculator, 3108.08. And then in the directions, it tells us that the inventory or the count was $548. So we are going to subtract $548. And that gives us a total of $2,560.08. So that is what we are going to put in our adjusting entry. So again, it was $2,560.08. So $2,560.08. And then we are going to credit for the exact same amount, $2,560.08. Then we need to do the transaction for supplies expense stores. So it's the 31st. We are going to debit supplies expense store, and we are going to credit supplies store. And then we need to go get the balance again. So our supplies store, the balance is $4,483.62, and our physical count was $640. So that means we have $640 worth of store supplies left. So we used up $3,843.62. So go back to our journal entry, and we have to write in that $38.43.62 in that transaction. So that was $843.62. And then we're going to credit the exact same amount, $3,843.62. And then we have one more adjusting entry, and that last adjusting entry is for insurance. So it's still the 31st. We are going to debit insurance expense, and we are going to credit prepaid insurance. So now we need to look for the balance of our prepaid insurance. So prepaid insurance has a balance of $11,200, and according to the directions, we used up $1,600 worth of insurance. So we're going to take 11,200 minus 1,600, and we have left, I'm sorry, we used up $9,600 of our insurance. We have $1,600 left. So now we need to go back to our journal, and we are going to debit insurance expense for $9,600 and no cents. And we are going to credit prepaid insurance for the same amount, $9,600 and no cents. And that is all you need to do for 15.1 work together. So now you can go on and do 15.1 on your own. So good luck, and let me know if you need any help.